Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS from February 25th of 1989. It's been a long couple of weeks, Doc. We had a couple of Saturday nights in here. We had a Clash 5, and then we had the pay-per-view, the Chi-Town Rumble. And we're coming off some hot wrestling. That could only mean a hotter than thick thumbs, baby, episode of Saturday Night. How you doing, man, as we wait on Harper to join us as usual?
Silva would have been here.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I'm saying get the roster in order.
You're the one who was giving Silva a hard time. Now you're Silva would have been here, huh?
Look, I mean, somebody's got to play third banana here.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
I guess. I mean, you're the one who wanted to give me all kind of bull crap and telling Harper, he's trying to replace you. He's trying to replace you. And now you're saying Silva would have been here, which he would have. 5 minutes early. He did the pre-show with us.
Right.
Bruh, I was taking a dump, bruh. My bad. I was taking a dump. Yeah, we hear you, Harper.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
It's hot out there, Mike. Heat index was 108 today.
And it's only getting hotter.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, bruh.
Yeah, it's... Well, you know, we what's this, 5 years now where we've done this, where we get to the summertime and we're like, it's hot.
And you get older, you can't handle that shit. I see why old people die in the summer. Like, fuck it.
I was telling a longtime listener, Patreon member, Jeff Jewett out there. Hi, Conrad, how you doing? But no, Jeff is not Conrad. A friend of mine, Jeff. And I was telling him how, like, in my garage, it's like 115 to go out there and get on the treadmill. And when I say 115, it's obviously not that all day. I'm talking about 6 p.m., 7 p.m.-ish. It is just cooking out there. You can fry an egg on the concrete with the greatest of ease. But anyway, I'm doing well, Doc. I guess you're doing okay too, other than it being hot.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be here. You mentioned the recent events in the NWA. We have watched some really, really good wrestling, and we've watched some of the greatest wrestling of all time. Really feel like the promotion's been on an upswing, even though, there's been behind the scenes issues.
Come on,
that felt good. What? That felt good.
Oh, shoot. I was doing something on YouTube.
Man, can you focus?
No, I was pulling up something we're going to talk about later. And the music started playing. But you know what I'm talking about. So, no, what were you saying? Damn, it's still playing.
What is wrong with you?
I was clicking on the YouTube video.
Are you okay?
What were you saying? Damn. God, you're the worst.
I've been saying that the wrestling's been pretty good.
It's been excellent, is what it's been. To be
Okay.
honest, I mean, come on, man. Doesn't get much better.
Who's left the promotion now?
What do you mean by that?
I just assume people are coming in and out after the latest round of pay-per-view.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, huh?
Sure. I guess it's since you're not going to talk. We should.
No, I mean,
probably go ahead.
I thought you were okay. Hold on. Special
You're
shout out.
too busy. You're too busy trying to run a podcast based on a podcast based on a TV show, rather than talk about wrestling.
Dude, something hilarious happened on another show you and I discovered recently.
Quit being cryptic with the listeners. We're here with our friends now. We need to talk to them. So I'm going to take the lead and say we need to give out a rest in peace to Killer Tim Brooks.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, he was one of those guys. He was never going to be the world champ, but you need guys like him, right?
I think you do.
And I remember when I was a kid, man, he'd wrestle, and I remember my grandma, who didn't really like wrestling, she walked in and she goes, "He looks like he smells." I was like, that's probably what the look he was going for. He was a world-class guy, Georgia. He sold the national title to Larry Zbyszko for $25,000 one time.
Dude, he was scary.
Yeah, but he never went on a run that like legitimized the fear, you know? But yeah, I mean, in real life he looked like he could handle things.
I don't know, man. As a kid, I feared him.
Did he ever go up to Mid-South, or did he hang out down with us mostly?
I don't ever remember him in Mid-South unless he came in for like a shot or two, and I don't ever remember that.
Okay.
No, I can't speak to that. But you know, he's one of them guys, man, that like he was just needed. He was the type of guy that you needed. I mean, he helped round out the roster back in the day. He was scary though, man. I remember that Lance and I were doing a show on him just recently, or with him, where when he comes into World Class in '85, and he's with Gary Hart, or Gary Hart brings him in, and One Man Gang is calling him Uncle Tim, like they built him that he was One Man Gang's uncle. But it's amazing, like that he comes into the territory, and like I said, he was the type of guy with that look where, I don't know, as a kid, man, he scared the crap out of me. So a hell of a talent. You know, Killer Tim, man, rest in peace.
Well, let's transition to something a little bit more upbeat. What's that going to be? You got some shout outs to the people?
Couple real quick ones. Special shout out to our largest Patreon contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Kyle Riley, Mike Childry, Joe Ice. Thank you for your patronage each and every month and for supporting this show, your generous patronage, and basically being the sponsors of this show. And then I got a couple of new Patreon members I need to shout out. Stephen Theriault, I don't know if I'm saying that right, new Patreon member. Thanks for signing up. Some of these folks are also people who moved over from Podbean as well, so I should mention that. Carl Olson, he signed up a few weeks back, but he bumped up to get the clashes and the WCW pay-per-views we've done. So thank you very much. Rick Havens, thank you. Omar Brown, thanks for bumping up your pledge as well. Rick Carter, Brian Burke, thank you as well for either moving over or becoming a new Patreon member. So those are all of our new or people who moved over. Doc, what you got, man? I know you got something. You always got some flips and dives to get in, so you got something over there.
Well, we did get a 5-star review from Scarface.
So hold on.
What's causing all this? Woo!
All right.
Actually,
tell everybody who Scarface is.
Well, it says Tony Montana 42.
Yeah, I believe that is Tony, one of our newer Patreon members. Thank you, Tony. Doc, please read how great of a 5-star review we got.
How great we are? No problem. He says here, I could say a lot about BTT and how awesome these podcasts are, but I'm a huge wrestling fan. I've listened to various podcasts over the years, But in 2018, I started listening mostly to Jim Cornette's podcast. It was through he and Brian that in 2019, I discovered BTT. And again in 2020. You've helped me out a lot during these tough times. Well, you're not alone there, pal. These guys are funny and make no bones about the fact that they love smack talk, good times, and the classic territory days. Also, they feel like somebody you could party with, unless you're Mr. White Lightning or a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Keep up the good work. Those are all thanks for the kind words. Those are true. I'll party. Partying right now, drinking a beer.
I think it's funny. He bringing up White Lightning. Oh, White Lightning.
White Lightning. White Lightning.
White Lightning. What else you got, Doc? Any other reviews? Any other shout-outs? Doc-A-Holic spotlights.
Well, I just want to say that I'm going to shout out my soccer team won the title the other day. So the Liverpoolians, Liverpool won the English Premier League, their first title in 30 years. So sports is back around the world, and we're all better for it, right? Because you don't think the NFL is going to play. So
I don't know. I do think we need a distraction so that, as you said, God, I hate giving you credit, but you are so right. We need the distraction of sports. That way we can start hating people for reasons that make no sense and that don't matter, such as you hating Philadelphia Eagle fans.
No, that's real.
Well, okay, or you disliking Giants fans or Redskins fans or Saints fans. The thing about sports that is so great is we have irrational dislike and hatred for many members of the other fan bases. And right now, this world needs that, because those things, they really don't matter. But we get so worked up into a lather because wrestling took away that lather from us, that we need the distraction of, oh, screw you. You're a Falcons fan. You can blow me. Like, we need the distraction of, I hate you because you're a Falcons fan. Now, you're probably a good person, and we would get along great. And we probably do get along great, except during football season when it's like, screw you and the horse you rode in on. I wish nothing but the worst for you in life. That's why we need the distraction of sports. That is what's paramount right now. And I hope we get a football season. I get less hopeful by the day, but I hope we get one, and we'll see. But you know what? We're here to get our minds off of those things, because there are more important things to us in this world, such as classic wrestling. Now, Doc, we're about 20 minutes into this puppy, and of course, you know who ain't here. So what do you say, man? Should we get started on this thing?
Can't worry about who's not here. We can only worry about who is here.
I should message Silva and say, "Hey, what it is, bro? We're in the middle of doing a show, man. Do you want to do something with us?"
No, that would be disrespectful to Harper, who's being disrespectful to us.
I should ask before we get into this. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, my friend.
All right, hold on. I got to open one other thing, and then we'll get rolling into this glorious week that you can't wait to discuss. While I'm pulling up the Patreon video so that I can do the video version, would you like to, I guess, talk about why you're so mad this week?
Not yet.
Oh, you don't?
Look at that. Looky there. We got ourselves a new champion.
Hold on one second. Let me rewind it. That way the video folks will get it. So we've been rolling for a while now, everyone, but I wanted to rewind and start the video portion now. So, Doc, what were you saying just now about what do we have here?
Well, we've got a new champ. We start the show here, and we've got Ricky Steamboat, who has done the unthinkable and walked away with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
So let me ask you a question, because we're going to get into this more as we do this week's show. Are you okay with that open where they show
Yes.
Steam? So you're fine with that right there?
Yes.
All right, good. I just want to get that out because I think we're on the same. I think we're going to end up being on the same page with this thing, but I also think we're going to have a discussion about how they open the show and how things go on in this show. I have some thoughts I got on it. I know you got a ton of stuff you want to get off your chest, but we'll get to that. So the show opens, and like Doc was just saying, they start with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's hand being raised as the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. We reviewed that pay-per-view on our Patreon feed at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. You can sign up there and get not only that pay-per-view, but all the pay-per-views we've done in NWA WCW from 88 and 89. Along with, we've now done 5 Clash of the Champions. So again, that's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT to get those reviews. And my God, did we have Doc, we did about 50 minutes just on the Flair Steamboat match. Anything you want to say to entice the listeners to go get that audio on Patreon?
Well, I do think that we're at our best as a threesome when the wrestling is hot and the wrestling is good. Yeah. And we do good wrestling way better than we do bad wrestling. And to have that match, we talked about it. We said, is it in the top 3 all time? We said, definitely it would be in that conversation. So it was hot. We were hot. What do you want to say?
There was no comedy. The 3 of us just reviewed one of the greatest matches you'll ever see. And that was it. There was, I can't even explain it any other way. But it was fantastic. Again, you can get that from tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right. So then we head to the studio.
Them sons of bitches put on a clinic, right?
God damn. There isn't an adjective. I don't have the words to describe it other than us watching that back and commenting on what we saw. Clinic is the best way to put it. So now on this week's episode, after they show Steamboat's hand being raised, we head to the studio where Jim Ross is leading the show, and JR tells us that Mike Rotunda won back his TV title, and Luger won the U.S. title. JR also mentions that neither Paul E. nor Jim Cornette were forced to leave the NWA, and he will have a full report later on that situation. So stay tuned there, folks. The first match is JYD and Michael Hayes. They're back together now, and they defeat Nightmare and El Negro. Hiro Matsuda is shown out at ringside, and JR and Magnum tell us that Matsuda is scouting JYD and Hayes, and Matsuda may be looking to add them to his stable. Hayes hits El Negro with the DDT, and they end up winning. I point out that Matsuda is out there scouting JYD and Hayes because of something that Hayes says later on in the show that is one of the worst things we've ever heard on a Saturday night. We'll save that for later, though. Doc, any thoughts on this match?
I want to know why Hero is out there, man. And Hayes looks confused on the ring apron. I guess we've decided that JYD and Hayes should team again. I thought Hayes was teaming with Dick Murdoch now.
I told you, man, don't get you. Everything was not airtight, brother. Jesus.
They've thrown Hiro Matsuda straight over the ring, so we can't see anything.
If you're a patron, you got to watch the video version. We've got the picture again where Hiro Matsuda is taking up the top left quarter of the screen. There you go. At least he's not in front of the wrestlers. But again, you think they figured this out, but hey, they're not going to figure this out for a long time. So there's that. Okay. Doc, any other thoughts on Hayes and JYD winning this match?
No, doesn't Hayes get it with the DDT?
Yes, he hits, who did he hit? He hit El Negro with the DDT for the win. And the picture's in the way of the wrestlers right now. But let's keep going.
The
next matchup is Hacksaw Butch Reed with Hiro Matsuda. He's out there, and he's going to wrestle a gentleman by the name of Chris Powers. Reed hits that big flying shoulder tackle off the top rope. Reed gets the victory. Doc, we're off and running to a rather mundane episode of Saturday Night at this point. But what are your thoughts on Butch Reed?
we're going to be a good 15 minutes in. When do we cut promos anymore? We used to have 40-second matches and 3-minute promos. Now we got 15 minutes of matches and no promos.
And like I told you earlier this week, it's not going to get any better, especially once we leave the studio. I don't say it doesn't get any better. There's still promos, but we end up with a lot more competitive matches, and at least early on, from what I recall, when you first leave the studio. But there, yeah, no promo yet. So, all right. After Butch Reed wins, I guess, did I ask you anything, if you had anything from Butch Reed?
I really don't have anything.
All right. So Jim Ross throws us to some footage of the Chi-Town Rumble. And again, you can get our recap of it at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. About 2 hours of audio where we covered the complete Rumble in its entirety. We do see in this footage that JR throws us to Rotunda defeat Steiner for the TV title. We also see Luger defeat Wyndham for the U.S. title. We see the Road Warriors, who retain their NWA World Tag Team titles. And we see Steamboat defeat Flair, although we don't see the finish of it. Now, I will give them credit here. They are, in this segment, as they throw to it, selling the, I guess, people to call the 1-800 number to get the VHS of this show. So they did at least do that. I mean, you saw it a second ago. Like, if I go back to it, there's right there, available on video cassette. There's a number you can call. So at least they did that. Now, that's a good thing that they did. Doc, any thoughts as they throw to a recap of these matches? Like real quick segments. It's not long.
No, if I'm watching this video, this commercial, I'd be like, man, that's cool to see the stuff from the actual pay-per-view. I'm glad they did that.
And it's good marketing, I think, to try to get someone to buy the video cassette, but I have something to say later on in the show as I say that.
Yeah.
All right. So then we go to another match. We got Steiner versus Rotunda from the Chi-Town Rumble.
What? So, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I'm just confused. And we didn't see the Scott Steiner promo.
This is the NWA. We wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did see that from the Rumble. We didn't play it on the show. Yeah, we didn't play it.
Oh.
At least I feel like we did.
Oh.
Yeah. But like the thing is, they show Steiner's promo before the match, and we see it. No, you're right. They didn't show it on the Rumble. That's right. And they talk to him real quick, and then we see a very, very young Scott Steiner. We saw Scott Steiner at the ring, outside at the ring. But we see a very young Scott Steiner. They cut this real quick promo. Rick Steiner hasn't been normal since, or Scott says Rick hasn't been normal since he's had an accident that he's been in. And that's why Rick Steiner always is talking to Alex, his imaginary friend. And then after that, Doc, I'm guessing this made you mad. They re-aired the entire Steiner versus Rotunda match from the Chi-Town Rumble. Did that anger you?
At this point, I'm not angry. I'm confused. Is that fair?
I'm okay with them airing the TV title match in its entirety.
I am too, because it could very well become see why you don't want to miss these pay-per-views?
And you're not giving away the whole kit and caboodle, as Jimmy Del Rey used to say.
The whole what?
Kit and caboodle. You're not giving
the whole kibbles and bits?
You're not giving away the main thing that would entice someone to buy the pay-per-view. Or the pay-per-view's already gone. Buy the video cassette. So I'm okay with Steiner and Rotunda at this point and that being aired. Because you got a bunch of other matches on it that aren't, we were assuming at this point aren't being aired. And we always say this. Put yourself back into the mindset of 1989, Doc and Menace, tuning in to Saturday night on TBS. There's no way, you may as well have been televising that pay-per-view on Mars. We were not going to see that live. Thus, hey, Holy crap, tune in. You got Steiner and you got Rotunda, and it's a rematch. World TV title, NWA TV title on the line. This is great. We get to see this on free TV. Yeah, it's almost a week after the fact, but, and look, they're plugging it again, available on video cassette, so we got that point. But the point being, you know, I mean, you got to put ourselves back into that mindset. Do you hear me? Do you feel me there, Doc?
So far, yes.
All right. Well, at least you can agree with that part. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, and it seems like you are as well.
Yes. I'm not entirely happy. Young me would have been all about it. I'm not so sure right now. I'm a little confused.
And let me point out, when I say they re-air, they show the whole damn match. It isn't, you know, bits and clips of it. We get the whole match. All right. So we're okay so far then, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Harper just texted, I don't have the internet.
Where did he leave it?
Let me see if you want me to call your phone.
Nah, bruh. I didn't watch the show either.
I guess his internet's out.
It's so hot down there, probably it just melted the internet.
Dude, they had a temperature index of like 109, 110 today. And then it's more humid there than it is here, so I can only imagine. All right, so I asked him if he wants him to call his phone. Let's see what he says. All right. So we're good so far then. I'm going to go to the next promo, which 35 minutes into the show, we finally get a freaking promo.
Remember how this used to be a show just shit talking left and right? Now what?
By the way, this is an hour and 27-minute episode, you know, minus the commercials and everything. So, all right, let's go to Eddie Gilbert, who is out there right now with Magnum, giving a promo.
Welcome back to World Championship Wrestling. You know, Eddie Gilbert has had a tough year thus far. We all know that. We've all watched him. But understand you've got a real surprise for everybody in the wrestling world.
That's right. You know, besides Santa Claus, I got to say this, Magnum. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert comes up with more surprises, more presents for the wrestling fans than anybody ever in the whole history of professional wrestling. And today, right here on this program, I want to introduce, maybe not introduce, but bring back a person that means a whole lot to me and my career, Missy Hyatt.
Damn, girl.
Good to have you back.
Well, I'm glad to be back. And I just want to let you know, Eddie and I have been together for a long time, and I was sitting at home, and I got tired of seeing Eddie getting double teamed, and then when he got his nose broke, and I couldn't take it anymore. So that's why I'm back, and I'm going to stand right here beside my man, and I'm going to be the extra support that he needs to win anything that he wants to win.
And one other thing we don't want anybody to forget. Just remember, boys, I'm talking about you Wyndhams. I'm talking about you Flairs. I'm talking about you Varsity Club. Missy Hyatt, sitting at home right now, has something that everybody in this studio and everybody at home knows about. It's called a Gucci purse. You mess with me, you'll probably get knocked out. The first family's back to stay, Magnum. Yeah.
Now let's go to the ring and see Hot Stuff in action.
All right, Missy, we get the message that Missy is back, and Eddie says, you mess with her, you'll get the loaded Gucci purse. And Harper's eyes perked up even though he's not here as soon as he saw old Missy out there.
All the way live.
So is this peak Missy? I don't think so, but I'll leave it.
No.
I'll let you. This is your specialty.
Man, can you imagine? We got to get her hooked up with Harper.
Oh, man.
So I guess her and Eddie are married here? Is that?
I thought so, but I always get confused by when they got together, split. I believe they're married here. It's
okay.
Like, I don't take this the wrong way, but it's kind of hard to keep up with.
Do you think they went home at night and read the Bible together and drank milk?
I'm not answering that question.
Oh.
We can talk about the priest on the Sopranos later, since this might be a quick show. Not because Harper's not here, but because Man. Good God. There ain't a lot, but we can talk about that later. I don't know if they went home and read the Bible, and I'll leave it at that. Let me tell you. Okay, here's the thing. What you do in your own time, as long as you're not, breaking any laws, causing any harm to other people, that's your own business.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's my business.
Own business. It's your own business. Okay. So, all right, Doc. What do we go to the ring. We got Eddie Gilbert, who defeats Rick Connors with the hot shot. That first hot shot was terrible due to no fault of
This
Gilbert's.
guy's a mess too, man. Rick Connors.
He's
got a gut.
This is bad.
I'm wondering if Gilbert's about to turn heel. But this guy looks like hell, Rick Connors.
No, Gilbert's not about to turn heel.
He's not?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's about to end up he's about to end up tagging with Rick Steiner.
What about Scott Steiner?
Scott doesn't. So he was here on this show, but if my memory's correct, he's not going to be like an integral part of anything for a while.
Okay.
Don't ask me. That's just what I remember. This is way too early for.
Yeah, look, pal. I'm past where I was watching every week, so this is kind of fun to watch if they do it right.
The hard part is going to be to me when they leave the studio, because the studio, it has that. How can I say?
It's home. It's home, dude.
It's home, and there was the three of us. I know Harper's not here, but the three of us can always remember the very first time we saw Saturday Night on TBS and how big our eyes got, and we were like, holy crap.
It was the Major League of Professional Wrestling.
I've told the story about my Uncle Joe. I used to go to his house on Saturday. I told a story years ago. If you're new listener,
he was a true believer, right?
Oh, true believer. He's still he's in his 80s now, I believe, and he still believes it's real. You can't tell him it's a work. It's all on the up and up. There's nothing fake about it. But like him and my aunt, they had cable and we never had it. And I've told the story, and I used to be like, Mama, we got to go by Uncle Joe. We got the wrestling on Saturday night, and we ain't leaving until for Doc and I, it was 6:05 on the East Coast. For Doc and I, it was 5:05. 5:05 to 7:05. And Doc, your story was you went by your grandmother or grandfather, right?
Yeah.
And you used to tell Daddy Doc and Mama Doc, don't come pick me up till 7:05.
Man,
I gotta watch the wrestling. The best part about it was when you could time it right too, because if you could go over there and watch your wrestling from 5:05 to 7:05, then you can get world class on Saturday night. You get 3 hours of wrestling, 4 hours of wrestling, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, when they leave the studio, it's going to be heartbreaking. But with that said, I need to get to the finish for the Patreon members out there so that they can see this freaking ridiculously terrible hot shot. So it's coming up. This guy looks bad. I don't know how else to describe it, but the hot shot's about to come up. I think this is the first one that we're about to see here. No. Oh yeah, here it is.
God almighty.
Here it comes. His face hit the top rope.
Jesus.
Eddie's got to be thinking, "Oh my God, what a piece of crap! What's wrong with this guy?"
Piece of crap.
Harper's not responding to me now. If anybody's out there wondering why I haven't called. And there's a second hot shot, which was passable, but still, my God, I've seen a lot better ones. Anyway, Eddie wins, and that's that. Okay. So after Eddie's match, we go to commercial, and then we come back. We are shown, I'll call it, major chunks of Flair versus Steamboat from the Chi-Town Rumble. They don't quite show the entire match, but they may as well have. And this is where Doc got pissed off. Doc, your thoughts?
So why would I ever pay for that videotape? And why would I ever buy a pay-per-view?
See, that is where I agree with you with this. For 2020 eyes, you look back and you go, what the hell were they doing? Why did Why did they just give this away for free? And I get, again, they don't air the full match. I get it. But in 2020 eyes, I'm like, wait, why would they do this? I mean, because the thing is, the charm of the VHS would be...
You maybe show the first 2 minutes, and then you go, well, if you want to see the
'em.
rest...
Yes, tease them. Now...
Unbelievable. And then just... And this is where we're going to differ. But I don't like recaps.
Sorry, I'm choking on my water, not you.
Jesus Christ. Water.
Yeah, just took a big gulp.
Sissy Nancy or you.
Went down the wrong pipe, brother. Okay. Recaps. So, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Look at this real quick through 1989 eyes.
I would have been, if I had been able to stumble on this, not being able to get the pay-per-view, and I got to see this match, I'm pretty sure my head would have exploded of joy.
So, 1989 eyes, it's like we say.
I can't give them this 1989.
I'm sorry.
This.
Bruh, you can't what?
Are you gonna... Do we need to get you a swab in the nose to make sure you're all right?
1989 eyes, Doc. Come on. I'm good with this. You can't even through 1989 eyes look at it and say, oh, it's all right.
I can't look at it through 1989 eyes because it's such bad business. This is awful.
Okay.
This I was hot, man. This is stupid.
And just, I need to point this out.
You've kneecapped 2 revenue streams with showing this.
And I need to point out too.
Available on video cassette. Well, why do I need? Why?
Well, I'm laughing. Doc likes to work a lot, but I'm gonna tell you, he ain't working right now. He's actually being milder than I thought, because while he was watching this episode and prepping for it, he started texting me, "I'm hot. This is some bull crap."
Well, I was drunker when I watched it the first time than I am now. But, I mean, for what it is, they didn't get any worse from when we recorded it, don't get me wrong. But this is just colossal stupidity. Colossal. I'm not going to order your videotape. Now I know I don't need to get your pay-per-view.
You're mad.
Next, you're going to pay me to watch the show. What kind of business model is
this? Oh.
The only redeeming factor of any of this is that I then did not have to watch an hour and 30 minutes of wrestling for this.
That's actually what I thought you would say from the get-go. I thought you'd be like, well, you know, it's not so bad. At least I didn't have to watch an hour and 30 minutes.
Why didn't Steamboat skin the cat there, man?
Hold on.
What?
I'm having a lot of trouble with this water, man. I'm choking.
Jesus Christ. You're drinking Hennessy, aren't you? It's really Hennessy.
No, it's not.
Tell the people it's Hennessy, you dumbass.
So
you dumped an 8-ball in your water and it's messing you up.
Dude, if someone ever dumps something like, I don't know, you can't even put that in liquid, right?
What?
You can't put that in liquid.
What?
If somebody I'm about to show my ignorance. I should call Pop and ask him. He'd be able to tell me.
There you go.
And when I say Pop, my father-in-law is the original Pop. So I'm just gonna put that out there. And you call Pop and be like, if somebody dumps some cocaine in your water or your soda, would it have the same effect as if you inhaled it? He'd probably be able to answer me. No, probably he would. But no, I don't. Come on, man. You know I'm not like that.
You're not like what?
I don't do that type of thing.
Like what?
All right. So, okay. Well, let me ask you this. They air the match. What did you think about them airing, or what did you think about them airing the post-match interview with Steamboat in the back, too?
That's awful on a different level.
Okay, please explain.
Well, he's standing there blinded, and he looks stupid to be the new champ. Because they kept spraying. The first time it was like, okay, maybe they made a mistake. But then they got him again with the champagne as a rib once they knew it was burning his eyes.
Well, that's wrestlers. What are you going to do?
Wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. You know, you're not going to get away from that. But, so that upset you. That frustrated you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So,
I mean, this just isn't. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but this isn't how you do business.
I'm okay, like I told you, with Rotunda and Steiner re-airing that. When they got to this point, I understand why they showed it. And again, in 1989 eyes, I'd have been like, all right.
Here's what I'm thinking. I think they recorded this week's in studio and last week's in studio at the same time and didn't have enough for this week and just said, fuck it. Because there's no other way to explain that level of stupidity.
You know, I didn't look it up, but there's probably something to that. I don't know. It's not, I don't want to call it stupidity, but I guess at the same time, it's kind of stupidity because they gave away the one reason why you would still buy that VHS. Because our listeners know this. We got some young listeners, but all of the older listeners know this. You and I didn't buy the VHSs because those damn things were way too much money. $49.95 for one freaking tape.
Right.
But
shit, I'd be more likely to get a pay-per-view.
But how many times did we and I didn't have a VCR too much later, but I would still rent tapes with friends and we'd watch the VHS of them. So
as much as I could.
So I don't know. I feel like as a kid, if it's, March of 89 and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. Because the thing is, the VHS wasn't out at this point. You were waiting a couple of months to get it, I'm assuming. I know they didn't turn that VHS around this quick. But let's say they're getting orders for the VHS. But let's say for us, okay, it's November of 89. Oh my God, we finally get to see the first Steamboat and Flair match. And we're going to rent it. It isn't. The odds are we're going to rent that puppy more than once because we just did that back in the day. So I that's where I get 1989 eyes like, oh man, we were excited. But man, in 2020, I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know how you do it. You're the numbers guy of the two of us. How do you even calculate how much lost revenue they had? Because people were like, well, I saw that crap on TV. I don't need ain't no need for me to get the VHS now. I know we can't quantify it, but how much do you think they lost at $49.95 a pop?
Too much. I mean, so they're a TV company.
Everything was airtight, brother.
They're a TV company that throws inset promos right over the ring, and now they don't know how to monetize their product.
Well, let's address one problem at a time here, Doc. Okay, we gotta let that one go. Because I hate to be the spoiler of bad news, but that's gonna go on all the way through up until the Monday Night Nitro starts. We got years of that to come. So anyway, they were a TV company and couldn't figure it out. That's one problem. But you gotta, as a company that would be struggling to rake in some money, giving away Flair and Steamboat right there, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
I agree. It's just it's not needed. You could have shown 2 minutes of that match.
So, any other thoughts, Doc, on Flair on this part of the show?
It's a good match.
He's mad. Oh, it was a great match. Phenomenal match. We talk about it on Patreon, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Okay. We're going to keep going. We're going to go to the Iron Sheik in a second. I want to thank everybody out there who has been using the Amazon referral link of ours, tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Thank you for bookmarking it. Thank you for using it. I know, given what's going on in the world, a lot of people are doing a lot more shopping online, and we thank you very much for doing so. And using our Amazon referral link. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. I don't want to say which listener it was. There's actually been more than one that reached out to me, but there's been a few that have emailed me and said, please don't mention my name because I don't want my wife to accidentally stumble upon this while I'm listening to it, or if I'm listening to it on the Bluetooth. But there is a goddamn package outside my house from Amazon every day of the week, and if she is listening, she is using the Amazon link. So again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Thank you for supporting Booking the Territory, our podcast, because hey, we're not one of the big names. We are just these local outlaw mud show podcasters, so we appreciate you using that because it greatly supports this show and goes right back into it. All right, Doc.
Man, it's more days than not that there's a package, man.
Well, you mean from LaFonda, Mrs. Doc?
Yeah.
Of course. Well, Doc, we got somebody in the territory that we need to show a promo for right now, and I'm just going to hit play and let Jim Ross introduce him. Here it is.
Gentlemen, welcome back to World Championship Wrestling here in the studios of Superstation TBS. Still to come, the newest member of the Varsity Club, Dangerous Dan Spivey in action. But ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, this is the association, the alliance that wrestles. This is the NWA. All the great American wrestlers are here. And right now, one of the greatest international stars ever in the world of professional wrestling about to be introduced here in the NWA. He is certainly no stranger to you fans, the Iron Sheik, a man that represented his country of Iran in the Mexico City Olympics. And the Sheik, of course, has one of the greatest reputations in the world, the youngest Olympian ever from his country, representing the Iranian army. He has been a world's champion in the amateur ranks and, of course, in the professional ranks. And, sir, I want to welcome you to the National Wrestling Alliance.
Well, Mr. Rice, it's my pleasure to come from 10,000 mile oldest country in the world, Tehran, Iran, to the America, a special toughest, roughest area, NWA. I heard a lot of people talking about Iron Sheik. I don't have to talk about myself. Intelligent American like yourself, every human being in this country know about Iran. They know Iran by two things, oil and wrestling, especially the Iron Sheik, the youngest start Olympic champion 1968 Mexico City, AWA, NWA, whatever. Every intelligent American know about the Iron Sheik, AAU, Pan American. I've been through, I saw A to the Z. Now, I heard Mr. Ricky Steamboat, he is a new champion, beat Mr. Ric Flair, another American. But remember, Mr. Steamboat, the Iron Sheik is not American. I am from Ayatollah Khomeini country. خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم. همه دنیا پهلوانای ایران رو میشناسه، مخصوصا the Iron Sheik خسرو وزیری. Ricky Steamboat, I want to look at me very, very good. Look at me. Ricky Steamboat, I told you and I told you again, you beat one America, but this body is not America. This is from Ayatollah Khomeini country. I am here for one reason. Mr. Steamboat, whatever, Ric Flair, toughest rougher, whatever who is in NWA, I'm already excited. Ricky Steamboat, remember, you wrestling, you're gonna find out about the Iron Sheik, Iran, number one, Ayatollah, number one, USA, puff, look at me.
Well, a very controversial man here in the NWA fans. Dangerous Dan Spivey will be on his way to the ring in just a moment.
Did you notice there was no crowd when he was talking?
Yeah.
Okay. That tells you the answer about when that was taped. So, any thoughts on the Sheik right there? He's going to get better with his promos.
Did you see that he said AWA, NWA, and they're probably like, no, stop naming the competition. He goes, WW, and then stop talking.
Yes.
That was pretty funny. I mean, it's easy. I mean, he's insane now. I'm pretty sure he was insane then. I guess they don't have fluoride in the water in Tehran.
Stop.
What?
Because
I was really hoping Harper was here for that because he's got conspiracy theories about the fluoride.
Yeah, as he pointed out many years ago on the show. Boy.
You also got to remember, this is a time when that Iranian thing would still work, man. People were that freaked people out when we were little kids in 1980.
Yes. I was scared of the Sheik, man. Oh my
God. The spitting, I'm just trying not to watch what's on the screen now. It's just terrible.
Talking about
I would
Spivey
imagine
versus Tom Pittner. We're watching. Go ahead.
And he sort of has that black don't crack feel. Like he's older there, but he doesn't look it.
No, besides the weight gain, I mean, he doesn't really. I mean, he's got a big belly, but he's not like. He looks good. I mean, for his age.
I mean,
by the way,
get
ready.
Just because he's crazier than Shithouse Mouse doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I think he's hilarious on Twitter. He's a freaking riot. He's so comical. But get ready, him and Sting are going to be in a program in a feud.
That can't go well.
I'm not saying nothing, man. We're going to stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Him and Sting. Him and the Stinger. I thought he was all right there, man. He went for a little while, but, man, I got to believe they're trying to fill up some time here with some nonsense because they've re-aired two matches from the the pay-per-view. They're kind of just filling up some. I mean, look, Spivey's in the ring right now for like damn near 5 minutes with some nobody who never gets an offensive move in. So that's that. I mean, what do you want?
That guy looks like Bob Armstrong after a bout of Rona.
I don't know what he looks like, but I'm just I'm over Spivey in the Varsity Club at this point against this guy. And I'll leave it at that. Any thoughts on Spivey as we go from the Sheik to Spivey in his match?
And I got no interest in this.
So
he's doing the house.
Yeah.
He's a white dude with a white haircut. That shit works if you're crazy like Brody or you're foreign.
I got nothing, dude. Well, so we go from
his whole gimmick is a mess.
I'm not trying to insult him, man,
it's worse when he cuts the promo.
This guy's not Varsity Club material, in my opinion, but that's just me. All right. So then we go to Dick Murdoch. He cuts a very quick promo. He's back. I've lost count of how many times we do see Murdoch come in and out. I know he's been here for a few weeks, and as I say, he's back. But anyway, I didn't have anything from it, Doc. Did you?
No.
Yeah, there was nothing there. And then we get Dick Murdoch, who defeats Keith Steinborn. Doc, anything?
Skyborn invents new ways to look terrible with his look.
You think he was that bad? Is it because of the ponytail gimmick?
Yes.
So would you rather the hair teased out, or would you rather the ponytail gimmick?
Well, last week it was that his singlet was falling off like a chick who's drunk and trying to show side tit.
And then this week, he's got a singlet, but he's got the trunks over the bottom of the singlet. I don't know if you realize that. That's what that is. Did you realize that?
No.
Yeah. It's not, I can tell you it's not a singlet because, well, no, he's got a singlet on. But a singlet, if it's just a singlet, a one-piece singlet, it's not going to have a drawstring by the waist area. Well, he's got the singlet on and he's got a pair of trunks over it because I think his trunks have his initials KS on it. It's very unflattering and it's not a good match. Nothing against Murdoch and him. It's just they are 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this episode, man. There is nothing.
They're out there squeezing the tit, trying to milk it.
Yeah. Well, Doc, do I need to play this for comedic purposes?
What?
Spivey's promo.
Jesus, he's gonna bug his eyes out and scream at me.
And the newest member of the varsity club standing beside me, Dangerous Danny Spivey.
Well, Magnum, you know, it's great belonging to the varsity club, the elite club, the ruler of the wrestling world. Mike Rotundo, Dr. Death, Kevin Sullivan, and myself, we're going to control the NWA. What we say goes. And if people don't believe us, wait till you get in the ring with us, because we like to hurt people. We don't mind breaking somebody's bones or sending somebody in a limo to the hospital, because that's what we do best. You guys get ready and beware, because the varsity club is fixing to control the NWA. So people, get ready, because Dangerous Dan is on the war. And get ready, Lex Luger, Sting, Fantastics, and Road Warriors. Road Warriors, get ready.
There you hear it from Dangerous Danny. Now let's go to the ring.
Man, you think Sting is bad? Jesus.
I feel like he's trying to do a Hulk Hogan impression, and it's not working.
That might be the best explanation I've ever heard. And it's still terrible. I mean,
and it's terrible.
God, it was horrible.
That's not good.
Ugh. As Harper says, ugh. Ugh. That might be worse than Tim Horner, man.
Let's calm down a little bit.
Okay. So we go then to Kendall Windham, who defeats Keith Hart. Yes, sir.
Keith Hart.
Yeah, man. We got a little Keith Hart action.
Wrong guy
here.
won.
That's messed up. But Kendall wins.
Why is that messed up? I'm rooting for Kendall. Look at that bump he took off that clothesline.
Keith Hart's out there working his ass off.
This is the best we've seen Kendall Windham look. Now the question is that because it was Keith Hart?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Kendall looks good here, man. Yeah, I mean,
he did. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the match of the episode that wasn't a replay too.
Jesus Christ, that tells you everything you need to know.
We're trying, y'all. There's just not much in this episode, man. I promise. Oh, okay. Any other thoughts on Kendall defeating Keith Hart here?
Keith Hart's little panties there were a little strange with the zebra print, but I mean, you're right. This was the best match on the card, and that should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, it's not a knock on those two guys. It's a knock on the presentation.
By the way,
what?
Keith, that match went like 7 minutes.
Okay.
Just saying. But again, best match on the show. Best match on the show. All right. Doc, are we ready for this next promo? Doc, do you need to set up how offensive this is?
What's offensive about it?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let you.
Except for everything.
Okay, I was about to say. This is terrible. This is so wrong. So wrong.
I'd like to apologize to all of our. Well, we'll just let it play.
By the way, so I have the tapes or the original episodes. Thank you out there, our research department, Tim Moretti. I hope you're doing all right, Tim. I have the originals from this, and what I did, you're going to hear some silenced footage as Hayes cuts this promo. I checked the original, and it's not the WWE that silenced it. It's actually silenced on the original broadcast, too. So, with that said, let's go to Hayes and JYD now in a very unprofessional promo and not politically correct and all that good stuff. Here it is.
Welcome back to World Championship Wrestling. The 2 men at my side, Michael P.S. Hayes of the Junkyard Dog. Not two likely individuals to be hanging around together, but they do it anyway. And Michael, I got to ask you a question. I couldn't help but notice you're being scouted by Hiro Matsuda. What could that mean?
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. They've come up, and they've had some pretty good offers. But let me tell you what Japanese money means to me. Not one damn thing. You understand? Because I want to explain something to you. I have always been my own man. I have always done what I wanted to do. And I don't need no gonna come dictate to me how to run my life, how to wrestle, and how to live the nightlife like I do. So thanks, but no thanks. It's just like this girl said to me when I was walking in. She said, how can somebody so bad look so good?
Give me a look. Give me a look. Give me a look, Mike. You know what? Now you see how I feel when somebody come and try to buy you, know what I mean?
I understand.
He gonna go, also, I want Toyota. We don't need no Toyota.
No, talk to him, dog. Tell him what we need.
Jesus. We need some bone to chew on, and every dog needs a bone.
Hey, and how about this for the first time? Junkyard Dog, Michael P.S. in the Mid-South together.
Yeah.
Jesus. God.
I feel like somebody should just hit a tagline here, dude.
It's like,
because
I am
okay. I have a question.
Offended. Oh,
I know he talked about the shape of the eye first, and I know he called him the 3-letter word that you're not supposed to say last. What did he say in the middle?
He said slant, eyed.
Uh-huh.
And then I think he said, God damn.
Wow.
CHINK. JAP. I think that's what he said. I watched it like 20 times to read his lips.
I think JYD's worse.
Dude, you taking my thunder. Because, I think we say JYD is worse because when Hayes did it,
he's cutting a promo, but dude,
and he's cutting a promo and we can't hear it. We're reading his lips.
Right.
But then, so like that kind of takes away from it a little bit, but it's bad what he says because he says slant.
Yeah, but what JYD does is filthy.
Oh, that's just dirty. Dirty. Dirty.
Yeah.
I said, no, we don't need no. I can't even do it. That was dirty. And like, okay, so if you're listening and you hear JYD say it, you hear it, but you gotta see what his face. Oh dear God. And then he's hyping Hayes up too. That's even worse. Like, okay, I'm gonna play This is about 20 seconds into it. Listen to JYD when he starts hyping Hayes up. Show him that look, Mike. Show him that look.
Come up, and they've had some pretty good offers, but let me tell you what Japanese money means to me. Not one damn thing. You understand? Because I want to explain something to you. I have always been my own man. I have always done what I wanted to do, and I don't need no gonna come dictate to me how to run my life, how to wrestle, and how to live the nightlife like I do.
Listen to JYD.
So thanks, but no thanks. It's just like this girl said to me when I was walking in. She said, how can somebody so bad look so good?
Give him the look. Give him that look. Give him that look, Mike. You know what? Now you see how I feel when somebody come and try to buy you, know what I mean?
I understand.
He gonna go, also, I want Toyota. We don't need no Toyota.
No, talk to him, dog. Tell him what we need.
We need some bone to chew on, and every dog needs a bone. Hey, man.
Hey, and how about this? For the first time, the Junkyard Dog, Michael P.S. in the Mid-South together.
Yeah.
In the Mid-South?
Because they were going to Louisiana.
Oh.
Like when they're in the area, like wrestling in, yeah. Okay, so JYD's probably worse than Hayes. And even at the end, he's mocking an Asian guy. He's going, yeah, and he's squinting his eyes. This was filthy.
Filthy. Is this okay? In all seriousness, we like to have fun. We obviously don't sign on for things like this to be said in the world. Well, the only reason I like it is not what it was said. It's that it operated at a time when you would see something that you weren't supposed to see, or you would see things that were like this. Where, I mean, not only can you not do this today, you ain't ever gonna see it. And it's not right. Yeah. It's not. I'm not condoning it, but it's also interesting. Where nothing I see in today's product is worthy of interest.
You would never see this on TV nowadays. It's not even a question. I mean, we know that. I mean, I guess we were still close enough to World War II where the Southern wrestling fans were like, yeah, you tell them, Dog and Hayes. I mean, we're what, 44 years removed at that point? I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, you got to educate the people. This is 2020. We're many years past it, but there was a generation of wrestling fans at this point that would have saw that promo and were like, you goddamn right, you tell them, Hayes and Dog.
Oh yeah, this wasn't a heel promo. Remember, they were trying to take over America in some people's eyes at this point, economically.
Yeah, or not only economically, but again, I know it's 40 plus years past World War II.
Hey man, they bombed our country. That took a long time for people to forget.
Dude, Pearl Harbor. I mean, you just think about that. So I mean. That was it's crazy, man. That was a babyface promo.
Hey, man, go ask somebody who's 75 years old in your life if they trust the Japanese.
Oh, I mean, those wounds die very slowly. I mean, it's just, I'm telling you, man, like I randomly stumbled upon this a couple months ago. I was just, I tell you, sometimes I'll play around. I'll go ahead, just kind of see what's going on, or I'll go ahead and see like some of the promos. And I stumbled upon this and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for Doc and Harper to see this. Harper's not here. We'll eventually get him to give his comments, but this is filthy. And I agree, Doc.
Okay, so
JYD is worse.
This is the age-old question. Should they have done it?
You can't. This is one of those things where you can't answer it from 2020 eyes. I mean, you can, but it's going to be different than in 1989. 2020, I'm going, they shouldn't have did that. That's just dirty. 1989, hey, man, he's cutting a promo.
A baby face one at that.
I mean, no one will understand this besides us, but it fit for the time. It fit for the time. It fit for.
I bet you they walked through that curtain and nobody said a word or thought anything of it.
Dude, you know, remember how Cornette tells the story about Dusty when Cornette,
the Challenger.
Yeah, Ronnie Garvin, we lit your face up like the Challenger. And Dusty, when Corny comes to the back, he goes, "Don't talk about the Challenger, kid." And that did not happen with this. They walked to the back. Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody said something because they did silence out Hayes' words. So maybe so.
Mm.
Or maybe in post-production they were like, man, we can't let that fly. But they didn't tell him nothing.
Right.
So, dude, Hayes said the word slant-eyed, goddamn, and he used the C word and the J word. He went for the trifecta with that one. And then Dog makes it worse. Oh, no, we don't want no Toyota. I can't do it. It was foul. Filthy. Filthy.
And he did that face with his teeth sticking out like a rabbit at the two front teeth.
One more again. Here it is.
So bad. Looks so good. Give him the look. Give him that look. Give him that look, right? You know what? Now you see how I feel when somebody come and try to buy you, know what I mean? I understand. He gonna go, also, I want Toyota. We don't need no Toyota. No, talk.
Jesus.
And I just realized he's making a slavery reference. Now you're gonna see how it feels when somebody comes to try to buy you.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, man. Those are your baby faces right there.
Man. If you're watching on the Patreon video, we're going to do the ratings. I'm at the end of the video we'll do the ratings on the audio only feed. So I just want to make that announcement as I'm hitting stop now on it. This was beyond ridiculous. Oh, dog. All right. So, Doc, any other thoughts on that ridiculous promo?
No.
We go to the next match. It's Vincent Young. He's dancing and doing his thing. He defeats Joe. I don't know how to say his last name, but this gimmick is dumb, and dancing and all that just wears me out. I don't have anything from the match. Doc, do you?
We saw some more slick moves.
Yeah, he's out there dancing. I don't know. What's this guy's name? I was trying to look for the graphic, but whatever. I think it was Joe Cocaine or something like that. I don't know if I'm saying
Joe
it right.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. That might be a rib, no matter what I think about it. Joe Cocaine. Or Cocaine. Yeah, that feels like a rib. But Vincent Young's out there dancing and all that good stuff. He wins. And then, well, we come back from commercial after we see that, Vincent Young match, and they throw us to Paul Lee, Randy Rose, Jack Victory. Yes, Jack Victory filled in for Dennis, who took his ball and went home. And Rose, Paul Lee, and Victory wrestled Cornette and the Midnight Express at the pay-per-view. Randy Rose was pinned by Stan Lane. So Randy Rose must leave the NWA as we see the finish of that match as we go off air. Randy Rose was supposedly gone from the NBA forever, but don't hold your breath on that because everything was not airtight, brother. Well, Doc, so we saw that.
Hot now. What? Let's just give it all away.
Wait. Say what you said because I was talking over you. What were you saying just now? You're what now?
Now I'm hot.
No, tell us how hot you were.
Let's just give it all away. Why don't you just come in my house and fuck my wife, too, while you're at it? Come on.
Nobody. Come on, man. Grow up.
This is just the height of stupidity. I mean, if you want to run a business in the ground, that's your business. But there's no reason to do this.
You know the worst part about this? I would not have shown this for one reason. Because Jack Victory filled in for Condrey. I would have been like, I'm not announcing it. I'm just going to be like, let me tell you. Let me tell you what I would do.
In the old days, they would have. I don't know.
Dude, you know what I would have done? For real.
Tell everybody that Condrey ate the pin.
No, I wouldn't have even said that because you can't tell everybody Condrey ate the pin because you got the pay-per-view that you're selling on VHS. So you know what you do? You don't say a word. You just act like it didn't happen. You just be like, Randy Rose lost. I would let it. You got to remember, there was no social media back then. This stuff's got to travel word of mouth. So it would take forever for word of mouth for the word that Jack Victory filled in for Condrey to go around the territory or go around the nation. Nobody would know unless you ordered the pay-per-view. And I know that sounds crazy. A couple 100,000 people ordered it. Nobody would know besides those people and then the dirt sheet readers, the smart sheet readers, or even like the PWI magazine. But remember, those things come out months later. Okay? So keep in mind, nobody would have known. Just don't say anything. Just on your upcoming TVs, just say, Randy Rose got pinned. He's got to leave the NWA, and that's why he's not here. I would act like Dennis Condrey. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just completely avoid the issue. But no, they broadcast it here, and it's like, okay, so.
Just giving shit away. I'm the guy who wanted to put every other Smoky Mountain behind the paywall.
Yes,
how do you think I feel? How do you think this makes me feel?
You hate it.
I'm almost so mad that I'm past being mad.
Yeah, you're calm. You're much calmer now than I thought you'd be.
Well, I had half expected Harper to come on here and carry the water for me, but he can't pay his internet bills.
He never responded. I was going to call his cell phone.
I don't know how dedicated to the show Harper is these days.
He's back at work, man. He's back at work, man.
I'm starting to question his commitment. Like he's kind of like Ole Anderson was when they kicked him out.
Yo, watching his son's matches, you saying?
Yeah, he's got to get his priorities in check.
He's working, everybody. Don't let Doc beat him up. All right. Well, Doc, again, that was the actual end of the episode right there. So, I mean, lots of recaps on this week's show from what happened at the pay-per-view. I guess in 1989 eyes, we probably would have been happy, but man, you watch this through 2020 eyes, and for you and I, we just watched the pay-per-view where we did all these matches, so it was like, I don't know. It just kind of felt like, what are we doing here? But I'll throw it to you. What is your rating, even though you told me what you were going to do earlier this week?
I feel like that the entertainment value of Michael Hayes and JYD is going to pull me back from where I was, but not as much as you think. So I'm just going to be brutally honest here. This pissed me off a lot. This pissed me off more than any other episode we've done in 4 years of doing the NWA, and I'm giving it a fucking F.
Damn.
Well, I mean, and again, I'm not playing fair, but this is my show, so I don't have to. If I'm looking through it through 89 eyes, I didn't get to see the pay-per-view. I got to see matches. I'd have lost my mind. But you start to see things that just are the reason why we can't ever beat the WWF. And maybe, and we just saw a pay-per-view with one of the best matches we've ever seen. Why can't we beat the WWF? And it's because we're just going to do stupid shit left and right.
So you going with an F. So is anybody even getting a Rolex?
Yeah, I'm going to give my Rolex to JYD.
Wow. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing as you say that?
It's the first time he said anything that I've enjoyed since he's come back. Or that's been entertaining, I should say.
That was so dirty what he did. God, it was dirty. Oh, no. We don't need no Toyota. What? All right. I'm not going to be as hard as you on this episode because I still in my mind, I look at it through 1989 eyes. As a kid who got to watch some wrestling, if I'm watching this in 1989, I am going to give it like a C-, but that's assuming I would have seen the pay-per-view too. Or I'm sorry, that's assuming I wouldn't have seen the pay-per-view. I'm still C. Probably, I'll change it to a C. I would have been excited because I got to see Flair and Steamboat, but still, this was akin to a recap show, and it's that, you know. I don't know who to give the freaking Rolex to though, Doc. I really don't. I feel like I'm just being a dirty, filthy, scummy human being if I give it to Dog or Hayes, but there's like literally no other choice. That's how bad this was. How do you give it to Dog and Hayes?
Because we're filthy people.
It's just, I'm not giving out no Rolex. Nobody's getting a Rolex. Nobody.
Keith Hart might deserve one.
You know what? Let's go with Keith Hart. I'm giving it to Keith Hart. He made Kendall Windham look like $1 million. And that was the match of the show. And outside, obviously, Flair and Steamboat was better, but it was a replay. You can't give it to them. Keith Hart, he's getting my Rolex, and I'm going to give this episode a C. All right, Doc. Well, we've mentioned a couple of things as we're getting ready to wind things down a little bit on this show, but we mentioned the Amazon referral link. Again, I want to thank everybody who's out there using it during the pandemic as they're shopping online. tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. We appreciate it. Thank you for using that link. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Give that link to the wives and girlfriends and women and men or family members, everything in your life. Tell them to use it. Also, don't forget, you can become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That is tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. A great way to support this show and get tons of extra content. That's right, tons of extra content. All right, Doc, do you wanna do our Sopranos thing here? We got a little time.
We gotta wait for Harper.
Oh, he bumming me out. I needed something exciting after the way this episode went.
No,
that's
trust me, you gotta wait for Harper on this one.
Okay, well, I'll let you play Booker Man this one time. All right, Doc. Well, what else do we have to cover tonight? Am I missing anything? I feel like I am, but I'll let you tell me.
I don't think you're missing anything, man. I'm ready to go. I'm in a bad mood now. I don't want to do this anymore.
This was a rough episode. We really needed a Silver or a Harper on this one.
We did, because we're both mad at it.
I'm not as mad as you because I was really looking forward to JYD and Hayes, but even that, we had to wait until an hour and 10 minutes into the show before we could even get to it. I don't know. It's just was just a, yeah. Everything wasn't airtight, brother. Why do we say that all the time? Why did those old timers say that?
Because they thought they were booking the territory.
Well, they weren't. Anyway. All right, Doc. Well, you know what? I know you're upset. You're frustrated by this week's episode, so hit the tagline. Let's get out of here, and hopefully next week's better.
We'll get back up on the horse next week.
Whoa, hold on 1 second. I got to do one thing. Check out our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast. Joe Murata, Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. And check out the ECW cast, which is on our Patreon feed. But the ECW guys, Mike Prue and JV, they also do the Bottom Line cast, the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin, on their own show on their free feed. Check out their shows. Just search Bottom Line Cast. And check out our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. They support us. Please support them. Now I am done. Doc, hit the tagline and take us home.
Book it. Good.